Statement ends. There's obviously a lot to unpack here, so let's start with what is provable. Sasha managed to get access to the hospital records for this period, and they do list the admission of Jared Key and an unknown male for burn injuries similar to what Ms. Saraki described. Furthermore, there are only discharge papers for Jared Key, and a short police report on the disappearance of the second burn victim. No evidence of foul play was found, and no official missing persons case was ever opened. As far as the mystery man's chanting goes, if it was indeed a Sarg that he was saying, then that's quite interesting. A Sarg is the name of a demon in Sumerian mythology associated with disease and corruption, which doesn't really seem to have much relevance to this statement, except that it was also fabled that a Sarg was able to boil fish alive in their rivers. Admittedly, in Sumerian myth, this was because he was monstrously ugly, but a curious coincidence nonetheless. Vypalach might also be a mishearing of the Polish word vypalach, according to Martin, which means to cauterize or brand. Admittedly, if Martin speaks Polish in the same way he speaks Latin, then he might be talking nonsense again, but I've looked it up and it appears to check out. I can't find anything conclusive on the phrase the lightless flame, however. It crops up in a lot of different contexts throughout various esoteric literatures. It has not escaped my notice that this is the second time Jared Key has turned up in this archive. I'd be very keen to get his statement, but unfortunately it looks like he passed away from a brain tumor late last year. We're doing further research into him, though, and if we're lucky, maybe we already have a statement from him tucked away somewhere in these damn files. We contacted Miss Saraki to see if she wanted to make a follow-up statement, but she declined. Apparently she still gets the watched feeling occasionally, but aside from that, there haven't been any other abnormal occurrences in her professional or personal life. One final note. Sasha has been able to access the hospital's CCTV footage for the night of 23rd December 2011, and it shows something quite startling. I had assumed that there was a significant hallucinatory element to Ms. Saraki's story, and indeed the ward where Jared Key was admitted didn't have a camera. But the accident and emergency waiting room did. At 03:11:22, it shows everybody in that room, which I personally counted at 28 people, standing up and calmly filing out of the doors. After this, Ms. Saraki can be seen entering and leaving 3 times, once taking a minute to stare at something beneath the camera, which I assume to be the vending machine. The rest of the staff and patients do not return until 03:27:12, over 15 minutes after they left, when they walk back in through the same doors. The footage does not contain any sound, and no alarm of any sort was recorded, so I cannot offer any guess as to why they left or what they were doing in the intervening time. There is one other thing Sasha highlighted, however. At 03:22:52, the feed cuts out for less than a second, and is replaced for a single frame by a close-up of a human eye staring back through the video feed.